Hello, welcome to Life in Envelopes. I am Jennifer Bleacher. This channel is all about planning, budgeting, paying off debt, and hopefully one day retiring early. So if those are topics that you are also interested in, then please subscribe to my channel. I am trying so hard to hit that 1,000 mark, and you can help me get there. Today's video is going to be my budget overview, setting up my budget for the month of June. So if that is something you'd like to see, then keep watching. So if you have watched my other videos, you might be thinking, that looks like a new worksheet. And you would be right. After doing this now for several months, I have discovered that the worksheet I was using, which was a budget, it's from the Budget Mom, and it was a great worksheet, but it wasn't fulfilling all the things I needed it to do. So I decided to just go ahead and create my own budget overview worksheet. If you would like to use this worksheet as well, it is now available on my Etsy shop, Life in Envelopes. I will put a link to it in the description box below. Okay, so let's start here at the top. This is for the month of June, and here I listed paychecks 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because sometimes people get paid every week, and sometimes there are 5 weeks in a month. Now, my husband and I only get paid, each of us once a month, so we get 2 paychecks. So this is for the first paycheck, so I'm just going to circle it. So this is June, paycheck 1. We need a rollover amount from May of $14.99. The first week we have a lot of bills that are due, and we don't have enough income to cover all of those bills. That's why we always have a rollover at the beginning of the month. You'll see on the next page when we do the second paycheck that we're going to have a surplus, and we use that to roll over to the next month. Okay, we also have a $1,000 cushion in our account. Our first paycheck for the month of June is going to be $1,801. Okay, it's time for my fixed expenses. This color coding system is going to come in use when we get to the calendar in a few minutes. So all of the purples are bills, and the pinks are debts. So I'm just going to go now. I'm going to write down how much we owe to each of these categories, and then I will come back. I'll speed this part up for you. Okay, before I add all this up, I just wanted to point out that plumbers is not a normal bill that we have. It is an unusual expense that we know is coming because we had to call plumbers last month and we haven't gotten the bill yet. But that bill is coming, and I'm just doing an estimate based on the last time we called plumbers, how much it cost. Hopefully it's not a lot more than that. Fingers crossed. Okay, I'm going to add all this together now. And that came to $2,540. So I'm going to write that here where it says subtotal. Okay, I'm going to come up here and write down how much we have to work with. So we have $14.99 plus $1,000 plus $1,801. So that's going to give us $4,300 to work with. We're going to take away the subtotal here. So that leaves us with $1,760. Okay, let's take a look at our variable expenses. Now, some of these are cash envelopes, and when we're not in a global pandemic, they're all cash envelopes. But right now, we're not taking out cash for food and miscellaneous or gas. So we're actually really only taking out for spending and lawn care, but everything else we're swiping our card at this time. So food, this is for a 2-week period. We get $150 a week, so that's $300. we have been going over that consistently, and one of you mentioned that we might want to increase our food budget, and we might do that, but I want to give it one more month. I want to try and stay on track one more month, and then if we can't do it, then I'm just gonna have to be realistic and increase that amount. Okay, for miscellaneous, we get $50 a week, so for 2 weeks, that's $100. For spending, we each get $20 a week, so for 2 weeks, that's $40, so for 2 of us, that's $80. For gas, we get $50 a week. For 2 weeks, that would be $100. And for lawn care, that's $20 a week. So for 2 weeks, that would be $40. So I'm going to add that together. That came to $620. So we had $1,760. We're going to take away $620. That leaves us with $1,140. Okay, so let's come up to the top. Okay, I already have this part filled out here because I already did all this in another video, so I will put a link to that in the description box below if you'd like to see how I stuff my cash envelopes. So altogether, this came to $140 for my sinking funds. So we had $1,140 minus $140. That leaves us with $1,000. Which is exactly what we want. We want to end the month with our $1,000 cushion. So it's exactly what we want to happen. Okay, so let's take a look at the next page in our budget. This is for our second paycheck in June, so I'm going to circle the second, the number 2. Okay, so we're starting with our $1,000 cushion, and then our second paycheck will be $3,894. So altogether, that would be $4,894. Okay, I'm going to zoom you in so you can get a closer view of everything else I'm doing here. So you'll see where I said our second paycheck, we don't have a lot to pay for. We only have 3 bills. They're kind of high bills, but we only have 3. So our car payment is $445. Our student loan is $269. And our second loan number 2, because we've already paid off loan number 1, is... How much is that? It just changed. $465. No, $565. Sorry about that. $565. Okay, so let me add those together. 445 plus 269 plus 565. $1,279. So our subtotal is $1,279. So 4,894 minus 1,279. That leaves us with $3,615. These numbers are the same from the first paycheck because it's also a 2-week period. So that's going to be 300, 100, 80, 140. And altogether that was 620. Oops, sorry. Just noticed you weren't on camera. Sorry, it was 300, 100, 80, 140, 620. Okay, so 3615 minus 620. Sorry about the light. That leaves us with $2,995. So we come up to our sinking funds. Our sinking funds are $140, so $2,995 minus $140. That leaves us with $28.55, which seems like a lot, but remember, we need to roll over some of that to pay for those expenses at the beginning of the next month. So we're going to need $14.99 to roll over. Is that right? Yeah, $14.99. And then, okay, so I'm going to take these two away from this, and whatever we have left over is going to go into our savings. So $28.55 minus $14.99 is $13.56 minus 1,000 is $3.56. I want to end the month at 0 because I want to have a place for all of my money by the end of the month. So if everything goes as planned, if we can stick to that food budget, then we should have $356 to put in our savings account. We're currently, our debt snowball is on hold until we get everything settled with my husband's job. And with the coronavirus, his schedule is just still sporadic. Sometimes he works, sometimes he doesn't. He's still getting paid, thank goodness, but I just don't know if that's going to end at some point. So until that is all settled, we are going to continue saving. And then once we get in a more comfortable spot, we'll take everything that we've been saving up and we will put it towards our debt snowball. So let's add these bills, the pinks and the purples, to the calendar. Okay, this is my Erin Condren calendar. You absolutely don't need a calendar this fancy. Having it makes doing the budget just a lot more fun for me. Let's see, so we're doing June. Okay, so let me show you May real quick. So here, this is what we're doing today. Debt and bills. Those are our fixed expenses. Our variable expenses get added week by week throughout the month. And I do make a video every week about that. Okay, so let's add our debt and bills.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me.
Okay, so we are all set up with our fixed expenses for the month. All of our debts and bills are all accounted for. If you enjoyed today's video, then please give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you again next time.